Hi guys, this is Jesse Lyman, CEO of Getta-Gripp, and today we're with Chris Livesey, our scientist, our brains behind Getta-Gripp, as well as Erika, who's a biomechanist and also the owner of Flyometrik. And today we're gonna talk a little bit more about the science behind Getta-Gripp. Erika, can you tell us a little bit more about Flyometrik and some of the things you've been doing with the sport of diving?
Sure. So Flyometrik is a company that's trying to teach the science behind sports that fly. So diving obviously is one of those sports. And we teach the mechanical principles and the physics behind it, so that way the kids that maybe don't necessarily have as much talent can understand with their brains more so than with their bodies.
So is it safe to say that you're the Bill Nye of flying sports and diving?
I mean, Bill Nye's pretty cool and I'm not that cool, but yeah.
Okay, well, close comparison. But nonetheless, you guys are familiar with Getta-Gripp. Again, Getta-Gripp is an athletic wax that you can rub in your hands that prevents divers from slipping out of their dives or any other sport where sweat or water can alter your grip. Chris, do you want to kind of give us a background of the product, the science, creating the product, and how we came to life?
Yeah, absolutely. I was approached by Jesse that there was a major issue in diving with divers slipping out of dives and potentially hurting themselves. And basically what we were looking for is to create something that wasn't like an adhesive, right? We were looking for something that just modified the friction on your legs between your hands. What our product does is it works like molecular Velcro. You won't stick to yourself like an adhesive, but in the X and the Y, you're gonna have a lot more friction and a lot of water repellency.
And safety is our biggest issue. So if we can prevent you from slipping out of dives or from hurting yourself, we're all for it. So you've heard the science behind Getta-Gripp, and now Erika, can you share with us how Getta-Gripp can benefit diving?
Sure. So what happens scientifically when you slip out of a dive is the force of friction as you're pulling your legs in is what's keeping your hands on your legs. So that's what Chris just ended up explaining. But what's trying to pull you out is a centrifugal force. It's almost like a centrifuge that you'd see spinning like a Ferris wheel in a ride. That's what's keeping you in place. That's trying to pull you out of your tuck in your dive. So essentially you're trying to make sure the force of friction is a lot larger than that centrifugal force.
And that's where Getta-Gripp comes into play by being able to have a tighter grip on your shins, keeps you from slipping out. A little bit more about the science behind it. Can you also...
So the force of friction is something that is exerted on your legs. So there's two forces that actually keep you in your dive. It's the force of friction from your skin, from your hands to your legs.
Okay.
And then it's also the muscle force that you're pulling in to get in your tuck. That's what's opposing this other force. There's something in the force of friction called the coefficient of friction, which is mu, and you can actually increase that. So something that's really slippery like ice would have a very low mu, and essentially Getta-Gripp would increase the mu to be able for you guys to have a higher force of friction.
Okay,
exactly.
For those who aren't scientists, can you explain to us what mu is?
It's not a Pokemon.
It's not a Pokemon.
Mu is just it's a sticky force. So it determines how sticky or how slippery something is. So like I said, if something like ice, something like when you shave with your girl, you shave and put lotion on your legs, your mu is very low at that point. And you want to increase it, which is why a lot of girls, don't shave their legs or put lotion on before a meet because they want their hands to stick to their legs.
So, again, another reason why you can use Getta-Gripp. Is there any other scientific advantages to having Getta-Gripp on while you're diving?
Absolutely. I wouldn't suggest slathering it over your entire body, but if you're cold, it's actually going to provide an extra layer of heat because it is a wax-based product. So it closes the pores in your skin and also waterproofs your skin. So it might actually protect your skin from that like harsh chlorine environment, which makes you really ashy. So you actually may not even have to put as much lotion on after practice, which would mean that you don't slip as much.
So it sounds like a win-win situation to me. For more information on Flyometrik, you go to flyometrik.com, and then to get your Getta-Gripp, you can find us on Getta-Gripp.com, link posted below. And for all of our fans, thanks for watching again, and we'll see you next time.